teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. I was going to leave a bit more space between these uploads and just see what Chantal did after the inevitable failure of the water fast, which she has now updated. Sorry, the call to prayer just started outside if you can hear it. I didn't time this very well. So we're going to be looking at roasted chicken and mashed potato with gravy mukbang. Very promising title for her water fast today, but I know that quite a lot of people are you celebrating Thanksgiving today, right? It's Thursday today. I think today is Thanksgiving. If I'm right and it is, congratulations to those celebrating. I hope you have a good holiday. Suddenly occurs to me, congratulations seem like a weird word to use there. Never mind. The intent is there, friends. But as I imagine this weekend will be pretty busy for people, I will upload this now. You're welcome to come on back to it later. And thank you for being here if you are. So as I suspected, Chantal did not even make it to 40 hours. She made it to about 30 according to her. But I've cut out the ad from the beginning and this is how we begin. Now we can see that 13.8 is higher than the reading she gave us last time. So clearly her fasting must have ended because her blood sugar is up. But we will see what she says.
Why are you looking at me like that? You're in the way. What can I do? Okay, guys, so this is my fasting blood.
She has at least got it switched over to a number she understands now, because having it in the other measurement was just going to make it harder for her to see the truth, which is maybe what she would have liked.
For today. I'll explain.
She doesn't actually need to explain. I'm sure we can all guess, but let's listen.
In my video coming up right now. Hi guys!
Hi!
Welcome back to another video.
Hi.
So, yes, I am eating something because
Yep.
let me tell you what happened last night.
I'm gonna guess. I have actually seen this. I don't need to guess, but I guessed before I saw it the first time that exactly what happened last time happened again, which is she didn't feel well and she stopped and ate something she shouldn't have eaten. Shocker, I know.
Okay, so actually I'm having my one meal here, which is
So she's still claiming to do OMAD here.
salad that has like lettuce, olives, cucumber, tomato, some soft cheese, pomegranate seeds with a vinaigrette dressing that I made.
So I don't generally have a problem with a salad. I will say that one, that is a serving bowl. One of the first things she could do is get properly sized, not utensils, like plateware, dishware, whatever you want to call it, to be able to serve her as a single person. I realize salat and all of that, but she doesn't need to be eating out of serving plates. It's only going to make her eat more. And second, the dressing she made does contain pomegranate molasses, which is probably not the best choice for her, and it seems pretty wilted. It seems like there's a lot of dressing on there. Again, a minor point. If the rest was fine, it would probably be okay. But she did also mention last time that her meal had a lot of sodium, and she's put olives and cheese into this, which is going to be quite salty. So the choices she's making, again, a meal and a salad is fine in theory, but the kind of meal she prepares and the size of the portions are not going to serve her.
I have some mashed potatoes with homemade chicken gravy and a roast chicken.
I bet that gravy is laden with fat and butter because we've seen her make it before.
So, let's dig in. Bismillah. Let's try this salad here.
God, it's just
I
drowning.
made it with pomegranate molasses, olive oil, salt, pepper.
So she's got salty olive, salty cheese, salt and pepper in the dressing, extra oil and molasses. That doesn't seem right.
Very good.
I'm sure it is.
The pomegranate seeds just add like a little crunch and a bit of sweetness.
Oh, and pomegranate seeds. I do like pomegranate seeds. It's been a while since I've had those, actually.
Let's try these creamy mashed potatoes.
See, here's my issue, right? So, creamy mashed potatoes, so you're going to have a lot of fat in them. But then in a minute, she's going to say, well, I'm not going to eat the chicken skin. Like, are you trying to go high fat, high protein, low carb? Obviously not, because you've got potatoes. And then she went on Community and she was like, this is why I'm confused, because she clearly Googled, can I eat potatoes on a diabetic diet, to preempt any issues people might have with a mukbang. And part of one page said, yes, within a balanced diabetic diet, you can include potatoes. And then in another part of the page that she didn't show, it said, however, it may spike your blood sugars. Because when she searched that phrase, she just got like an excerpt from the top of Google. She hasn't even read the whole thing. And it would be an example of when having a diet plan with a dietitian or talking to a doctor to be able to balance all of her comorbidities would be a really good idea. Because right now she seems to have a high salt, high sugar dressing with a fatty gravy, chicken with skin that she then didn't eat, but by having the potatoes there, she's not low carb. So she's just adding the things that would be bad together in a regular diet and not reducing the things that might make them a good choice by helping her to lower her sugars. Like, what are you doing right now, man?
Put a little bit of butter, a little bit of cream, comfort food.
Okay.
And it's homemade.
Do you need to be comforted from the utter terror you should be feeling right now? Because maybe you should just listen to the feeling and do something else.
And I tried to watch how much butter and salt I put.
You could have not eaten it. This could be chicken with some vegetables on the side. Have some broccoli. It's fine.
What I'm gonna try to do is have like a measurement of salt that I'm allowed to eat per day.
Who decides on what you're allowed to eat per day, though? That's the thing, like, right now, she's got heart issues, she's got blood pressure issues, she's got blood sugar issues, she's got a ton of stuff. Yes, limiting salt is a good step, but what's a good limit for her? That's what professionals will tell you.
Maybe like half a teaspoon.
Okay, so how much went in the potatoes and how much went in the salad? Because if you're just grinding it from the shaker, there's, well, or tipping it from the shaker, depending on what kind of salt she's got, how are you going to measure that?
Which is hard. Anyway, my fasting, I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. I had the worst pain in my stomach.
Okay, if you've got a pain in your stomach, just between you and me, I mean, not her, obviously she made a choice, is your first thought to eat? Like, I know hunger pains are a phrase, and I know if it's extreme enough, you can want food, but, like, you cannot tell me she was so far gone into starvation that her stomach hurt from lack of food. Apparently she is, but,
And the worst headache, and I know that's the detox symptoms.
Yeah, and you've done this before, so you know you could have powered through it. You could have gone to sleep.
I'm like, I have to eat something. So last night, I was craving oranges, so I had an orange sliced up, and
The best choice, was it?
Piece of soft cheese, the squares.
So you had high sugar, high fat. I mean, it's better than her sipping an orange juice because at least it had the body of the fruit, but oranges are quite a high sugar choice there. So oranges, cheese, and this is the kicker.
And this is bad though.
Yeah.
I had a package of noodles. Just one.
Okay, so you chose the most processed, highest fat, one of the worst types of carbs to eat, and then you added something high sugar just to make sure your blood sugar took a kick in, and then you added processed cheese. Like, of all the choices you could have made, what were you thinking? You obviously had other ingredients in the house.
And that stopped the nagging, the pain, the nagging. But then today, you saw my blood sugar reading a bit higher than usual. So the noodles
Are a terrible
the
choice.
orange is sugary, but the noodles are bad.
The noodles are terrible for your specific set of problems, even though an orange is a fruit and it's natural and it's perfectly fine for most people. It's also a terrible choice for you specifically with your blood sugar.
Processed carbs. If I do have to eat, I want to try to stay away from that. But it was just like I'm trying to eat what we have, and I didn't have anything quick. It was like the middle of the night. So
I thought it doesn't matter. I'm only gonna die. Let's just eat it anyway. Despite the fact that I've got all these ingredients here for the salad I've just made, I couldn't have cut up a tomato. I couldn't have had some cucumber just to have something filling that wasn't going to spike my blood sugar.
But I did fast for, what, more than 30 hours before I ate?
She slept for
So
most
not
of
bad.
that. Technically she didn't eat, but 30 hours, when you consider what she was intending to do, is not good. Not that I think staying on it would have been that beneficial to her. I think she would have just had worse health problems, because trying to cure diabetes with fasting is like trying to unscrew a screw with a hammer.
And then now I'm fasting for 15 hours.
Wait, from when you went to sleep, you mean? I mean, intermittent fasting you can do, and I've actually, not very frequently, but I've tried it myself and it hasn't been that bad. But her blood sugar fluctuates. The whole point of what she's doing is to level it out. And I know I said this in my last react, but all she's doing is setting herself up for highs and lows.
I'm not as ravenous as I was yesterday. My gosh.
It must have been the noodles you ate.
I'm gonna start with like intermittent fast before I go full fasts.
Well, that might have been a thought before you started, but again, how about you just go see a doctor? Even if it's just a pay-by-visit clinic, just go see someone and actually follow what they're gonna do. Because we can already see where this is going, and actually following the doctor's advice is something you've never tried.
I don't think I'm gonna eat the skin.
Yeah, it's the skin that'll get you, not the fat-riddled gravy. Oh, her hands are probably not clean. She's got so much potato on this plate. Because bear in mind, the salad is in a serving bowl. Look how big the plate is.
Honestly, the gravy kind of tastes like Swiss chalet.
I have no
I make
experience
the
with
best
Swiss
gravy
chalet.
now.
She does not make the best gravy. You cannot convince me. I have seen her stirring raw flour into stuff. So I guess if she made gravy, she like roasted that chicken herself. This isn't like a store-bought one, because the skin on it made it look like a store-bought one, I assumed.
Put as much flour.
That looked like a rotisserie
Only 1
chicken.
tablespoon.
It does look like a rotisserie chicken. It really doesn't matter. The chicken is cooked, which is probably more than she would have done.
It'll be interesting to see what my sugar levels are
Well, after this?
tonight later.
Yeah, it will be. I don't think she updated them, did she? I haven't seen another video from her.
Anyway, that's the deal.
What's the deal? Intermittent fasting? Just gonna ping pong between different diets and then fail after a week and go back to hating people? None of our business.
I said I was gonna try fasting until I couldn't take it anymore.
30 hours. That is her limit for any diet attempt. And I do use the word diet and not lifestyle change on purpose.
And since it was impeding with me being able to sleep,
No discomfort.
after I
None.
ate, I slept like a baby.
You know that phrase, you can sleep when you're dead? Feels appropriate. Harsh, but appropriate.
What I've noticed is that my thirst is not as bad as before. I used to be so thirsty when I would just gorge on junk all night.
You gorged on junk. You went and had pre-packaged like ramen noodle things and processed cheese. Yes, you had an orange as well, but at what point did you stop gorging on junk? She always grades on a curve. She always decides, well, it's not as bad as it was here and therefore it's good, when actually, no, it's still pretty bad.
Or eat really unhealthy things. And I would even have dreams about like trying to run to a place.
Look how much dressing is on that and look how big the bowl is.
And someone would have a huge glass mug of ice water, and I'd be chugging it in my dream, and I'm not feeling that relief because I'm not drinking in real life, right?
And this didn't concern her at all. A terrible thirst that's so bad I'm dreaming about water. I wonder how long that's been going on.
So-
She said used to. I bet her heart is just appreciating that salad. Olives, cheese.
I would wake up, drink 4 bottles of water, but not eating processed stuff as much, and not as thirsty.
You just said you ate noodles. And
Speaking of
cheese.
nightmares, Last night, well, I guess it was like morning by the time I slept.
So she's been sleeping through the day, confirmed. Not that we really need confirmation.
I have the weirdest dream.
I don't necessarily believe her dreams. I think it's just something she's making up as she goes. It's like her story times. She just make up anything to kind of keep the conversation going as she ate, so she wouldn't have to talk about the things that people might want to talk about, because she's done it now, so let's move on ahead.
I had a dream that I was like in a huge mall, okay? It was overwhelmingly huge, and for some reason I was not dressed. I had no hijab on and like no pants on, and I felt like completely panicked.
So you're telling me you're dreaming about feeling a bit exposed to the public?
Worst thing could have to do with hijabi.
She's not worried about the no pants here. That she's used to.
So
Go on, think of the next part. Think about it. Chew the salad slowly. Give yourself some time.
I can't see. I don't know what's going on with my hijab right now.
She can't see. That should also be concerning. Although, didn't she, like, I haven't seen her wear her glasses since she's been there, but the prescription on those are way out of date as well. So, diabetes notwithstanding, because, you know, potential blindness, she should probably go get her eyes tested.
I'm like, I need to find a clothing store for obese women, and they have to have hijabs.
Why would you need a special obese hijab? A hijab is a scarf. Like, it is literally one size fits all, even Foodie. Again, I don't think this dream actually happened, but it's the one item of clothing you don't need a plus size store for.
So, I'm looking for a place. I come across this clothing store, and it was like multi-levels. It was huge. It like stopped at one point, continued on another side of the mall. It was weird. And for some reason, I'm like running on all fours to the store. And it was like called like Pink Llamas.
That she's
Plus
making
size
this
store.
up. She's making
So I
this
go
up.
in, and there's all these people, and the clothes were like ugly AF. They were like pantsuits for like.
I would like you to take a moment to appreciate her current outfit. Just, I'm not passing judgment. I am passing judgment. I'm not telling you my judgment. I'm just saying, look at it and pass your own.
You know, I don't know. They were ugly pantsuits.
This is the outfit we saw her sitting in the cat cafe, wasn't it? Or am I missing
Nothing wrong with
that?
the pantsuit, but these ones were not nice. So I go up to an employee who looked like they
Pantless.
didn't want to help me.
Pantless, hijabless.
And I'm like,
I wonder why
I
he
need
didn't
a
want to help.
hijab.
Not pants.
We don't have those here. We have to cross the street, go to Terminal 56. Anyway, just like a huge airport or something. So I'm like, oh, no, I can't. I can't go that far without a hijab. I'm like, I can't leave the store. Then my mom shows up and my uncle for some reason.
Please get a knife. I know that we said she's got no forks and then she got forks, but get a knife. I know it's more of an American thing to eat with just a fork, but knife and fork, man. You need some cutlery.
And then they're like trying to help me. My mom, like,
Look how she's struggling with this.
has bought. She used to, when I was in Canada, she used to buy me a lot of clothes. Like if she would see it, like if she was at Maurice's or somewhere, Pennington's, she saw like a nice shirt, she would get it for me. Like she thought it would look good on me. And she usually has good style taste, like more conservative because she's my mom. But so she was picking out a shirt. And I'm like, wow, that's nice. You know, it was like a nice blazer shirt. I'm like, now if I can only find a hijab. And I saw the store had curtains that looked like they were made out of chiffon hijabs. So I was like thinking of taking one. Hi!
Just get the cat
I'm
away
using
from your
it.
food.
Anyway, I ended up finding some clothes. I'm like, how much is it gonna be? Everything in this store is under, it's like 4 dinar or less.
Why is
Well,
she
that's
telling
awesome.
this story? Why is she doing this? Is it, the dream is to be able to go into a store and buy clothes. To be able to go into a store naked and buy clothes. This is the dream? She's just filling air at this point.
So then I get to the cash knowing that I had $18,000.
18,000. When we talk about Foodie and her conversion rates.
in my account, okay? My checking
That's how we know it's a dream. She's got $18,000.
of this particular bank. So
They say cash only.
but when I go to pay for my clothes, it's like insufficient funds.
Maybe it is reality. Where is this story going? Help me, where is this story going?
So I'm like, what?
And then I got on a plane and I left the country and never had to worry about it again. That's how that goes, right?
I'm like, I know I have the money in my account. So I check. Sure enough, 18,600 something. It's not working for whatever reason.
Now her food is finished, she doesn't have to think of an ending to this story. She's going to trail off, I'm guessing. I didn't listen to this whole story the first time. Perhaps I should have before I started reacting.
So I still have no hijab on. I'm like panicking and panicking.
And then I woke up.
Super annoying.
What I'm finding super annoying is the fact that she is chasing vegetables around this bowl and not getting a spoon or a knife. Like, you have tools in the house to help you with this. That's suddenly a lot of mouth sounds as well.
I hate those dreams.
Oh, I was right. It literally had no end. There we go. I hate that because I'm a minute from finishing, 2 minutes from finishing.
Anyway, so this is what I'm eating.
Her dreams are about as enthralling as her life.
I'm going to, because we did like a grocery order not long ago. So I'm gonna like take inventory, clean my fridge out, my cupboards, you know.
Would you not do that before you order groceries and then you know what you need? Or is it just the groceries they've got are so appalling for what she needs that it just all has to go?
See what I have to make for meals. I think making a lentil soup or like some kind of beans is like a really good, if you're really hungry. They fill you up, they have a lot of fiber and protein.
Okay. That doesn't
I don't
sound
really
like a
have
bad
anything
idea.
I don't have any junk food in my house. The only thing I have is that box of cheesecake I haven't made yet for Salah.
Is that akin to I'm saving it for BB?
And Mr. Noodles, or those like Indomie instant noodles.
Okay, so she's got instant noodles, she's got cheesecake. What happened to the economy size corn puff thing she bought last time? What happened to all those snacks?
Which we only have a few packs left.
I know what happened to all those snacks.
But I'll try to save those for Salah because I just needed something fast. I was like, I'm so hungry last night. Like, I felt guilty after eating because I was like, I wanted to go further than over 30 hours. I can't remember. I have to calculate exactly how many hours, but
does it really matter at this point? I mean, you said you were going to water fast. That's how far you got. It really, if you're no longer doing it, don't waste your time.
It was a lot and I couldn't sleep. I had the worst stomach pain this time. I've never experienced that before with fasting, but
well, this would be one of the reasons to be in touch with a doctor as you do this. Because if you've got a new painful symptom come up, hey, go talk to someone.
I'm going to start with the intermittent fasting. I think it's better. I feel better physically when I do that
now. When you eat? Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so typically like at least 14 hours usually is what I do. I guess that's it. I'm going to finish my salad now. I don't think you guys want to just watch me eat and spit out the olive seeds and everything.
You're literally a mukbang channel. This is your MO. I don't particularly need to see more of it, but what an odd statement.
And then, yeah, I guess that'll be it for now. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Okay, and that was that. Just bizarre rambling to fill time from the sounds of it. We did know this was coming. It was not a surprise to any of us that she didn't keep up with it. In terms of the stomach pain, it may just be an excuse to say why she stopped and why she didn't just power through it. Or it might have been true. One of the problems I've been saying she's going to have is she's got so many different problems and she's so used to being so uncomfortable in her own body and to having random pains and to having stomach issues and having all of that, that it's going to be really difficult for her. And this is why having a doctor helping her is so important in her case. It's going to be really difficult for her to differentiate between her regular life discomfort and occasional acute discomfort, and any new issues that are popping up because of the way she's stressing her body trying to implement all these different things. So I don't have a solution to that I haven't already said, but now would be the time for her to be extra careful, which, given that she's just gotten down a huge plate of mashed potatoes, doesn't seem promising. We'll see what happens next. I imagine she'll update at some point, or we'll get a rage and she'll go off the internet because we don't understand her and her health is none of our business. We'll see. She's been getting more views for this arc than she was for her other stuff, so I imagine she'll cling on to the talking point for at least another month to get her through the higher earning period, and then we'll see where it goes. I imagine it will be private. But when she uploads, I'll take a look through it, and if I need to be, I will be back. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.